Today is Monday, July 15th. This is Noreen Johnson, and here are the good news headlines of the day. After a bullet pierced his ear, barely missing his head, in what could be a very different outcome today, authorities are now investigating what they've called an assassination attempt on President Trump during a campaign rally Saturday in Butler, Pennsylvania. The attack marked the first shooting of a U.S. president or presidential candidate since President Ronald Reagan survived an assassination attempt in 1981. At 6:02 p.m. on Saturday, Trump boarded the stage to the tune of God Bless the USA, waving to the crowd under the scorching sun. At 6:11 p.m., President Trump is shot and immediately felt a buzzing in his ear and blood on his ear from the shot. He then goes to the ground behind the podium, at which time Secret Service comes to his aid. Later, Secret Service spokesman Anthony Guglielmi releases a statement saying that the suspected shooter had fired multiple shots from an elevated position outside of the rally venue. Secret Service agents had neutralized the shooter, who was now deceased. The statement also says that one spectator was killed and two spectators seriously injured. In Trump's very first post shortly after the shooting, he said this: "I want to thank the United States Secret Service and all of law enforcement for their rapid response on the shooting that just took place in Butler, Pennsylvania. Most importantly, I want to extend my condolences," he said, "to the family of the person at the rally who was killed, and also to the family of another person that was badly injured. It is incredible that such an act can take place in our country." The shooter was identified as 20-year-old Thomas Matthew Crooks of Bethel Park, Pennsylvania. The FBI said a motive was not clear. On Sunday, Melania Trump released a statement regarding the attempted assassination of her husband. In it, Mrs. Trump expressed sympathies for the families of those injured in the crowd and the one bystander who was killed. In her very deep statement, she said this: "When I watched that violent bullet strike my husband, Donald, I realized my life and Barron's life were on the brink of devastating change." She went on to say, "We all want a world where respect is paramount, family is first, and love transcends. We can realize this world again. Each of us must demand to get it back. We must insist that respect fills the cornerstone of our relationships again." In other news, a Catholic priest who gave a benediction during former President Donald Trump's rally on Saturday told people they needed to pray for Trump moments before he was shot and wounded. Father Jason Charin, a Ukrainian Catholic pastor, told CNA that a group of about 15 to 20 people called him over to a barricade within the rally site as he was trying to leave shortly before Trump began speaking. He said this: "I prayed for him and his safety, but that they have to pray as well because there are people who want to kill him." Father Charin said he met briefly with Trump before the former president went out to address the crowd at the Butler Farm Show in Butler County. The priest told CNA that the Trump campaign contacted him just a few days ago and asked him to offer a benediction at the rally. The Holy See has condemned acts of violence in the wake of the shooting over the weekend. A brief statement provided to CNA by Vatican spokesperson Matteo Bruni on July 14th said the Holy See expressed concern about last night's episode of violence, which wounds people and democracy, causing suffering and death. The comment also said the Holy See is united to the prayer of the U.S. bishops for America, for the victims, and for peace in the country, that the motives of the violent may never prevail. Pope Francis, though, did not comment on the incident during his weekly public appearance for the Angelus at noon on Sunday. July 15th marks the feast day of St. Bonaventure, who is called the Seraphic Doctor of the Church. St. Bonaventure is known for his leadership of the Franciscans and his great intellectual contributions to theology and philosophy. He was born in Tuscany in the year 1221, although some accounts say 1217. Sources recount that in his youth, St. Bonaventure was cured of a dangerous illness by the intercession of St. Francis of Assisi. He went on to join the Franciscan Order of Friars Minor in 1243. St. Bonaventure, pray for us. And those are your daily good news headlines. This is Catholics for Catholics. May God bless you, and may God bless the USA.